What has been the most difficult outpost you have played? Was it some brutal outpost? Maybe you have never played a brutal outpost. Maybe it was one that had an invalid HRV path. Maybe it's a parkour map. Maybe it's a puzzle map. Then let me ask you also, what is the most difficult playstyle you have played? Is it true hardcore? Is it a kill box? Is it double sword? Is it a double ranged weapons? Well, for me, the hardest map with the hardest playstyle has been Bignell, a map created by Dr. Darkspawn. And the playstyle I used was True Pacifist, which means I'm not allowed to use any weapon, any defensive weapon, any hardware, or any of the perks of the suits. So, how did I beat this map? At first, I had to figure out the first way to go up. And that was pretty simple. I thought about a slow approach to maybe destroy some of the traps first and then go up. So I would jump up here to the claw and try to destroy it with the laser and all, then go down and try to survive. Sometimes you would be hit by those grenades because you didn't go far enough. Then there's also the warmongers that come from behind, so that's also something you have to be wary of. So then I tried a few times to just go up then, which resulted in the other claw hooking me, which wasn't the best thing. The next thing I thought of was, if the slow approach doesn't yield any results, why not just grapple up there and go as fast as possible and try to get at least one of the flamethrowers incinerators destroyed. And this is what I did. But it also was inconsistent in destroying anything, and also I misplayed here and died to a plasma sentinel. The next one was found by whatever. He found a way to go up there on the side, which was revolutionary because it was at least more consistent. But the thing here is that the cannon bag I just went past sometimes after 4 seconds blocks your way, or if you are too early. The other path that I then found was to go up the other side. This was very consistent, and with the right timing, it pretty much was the most consistent way possible, but the nades from that bomb ejector still were a threat to me and often took my life. There's also the chance that the warmonger comes up. Now, now that you know what paths there were, and so there are some other difficulties to talk about. First of all, we need to wait for about 10 to 12 seconds here to get the right piston timing. And also, plasma sentinels can shoot you if you are not fast enough or if you are too fast. And then there's also the piston state here, because that can be down or up. And then we also need to wait about 5 seconds here to get the right timing for the pistons up here, so that you can use the bombs to shoot the pistons, but sadly in this run the pistons weren't destroyed. So I had to figure something new out, but luckily all the guards were dead, which made it more easy. And then I saw, oh wait, those will all trigger at the same time, so they will probably also go back at the same time. So I could just grab a past, and that was the first time I got to the gen med. After this, I had to figure out how to get out, and at first I was going slowly just to check if everything was fine. And there were some pistons that didn't get destroyed, so I had to look which ones were destroyed, which ones weren't, and took a bit of a risk there. But luckily I survived. And I thought, okay, there are 3 pistons, so I probably have to grapple past them to be sure. And then I went down here, then a grapple hook took me, but the impaler luckily destroyed it. Then down here is also pretty easy, but I didn't want to grapple here, which meant my demise and the end of the run basically. Which was very devastating because it was so close to a finish. But lastly, after 3000 attempts, about 4 days of only playing this map, this is run that made it through, where I perfectly did this map. Okay, not perfectly, you can do it in less grapples, but that is, as I always say, just to stop people from grappling too much and make it more rare, so that it's a bit more difficult to do And nothing new here, the Warmonger, as I told, sometimes survives and comes up there, which threw off my timing a bit, so I had to go earlier than I wanted to. But it worked out fine. I dodged the bullets here and saw, oh, the flamethrower, the incinerator got destroyed, so I could just go in there. I grappled just to be sure, because at this point I didn't want to die to anything, because I was 3000 attempts in. And this isn't something I want to do again at the moment. And then the shock when I jumped there came, because I thought, oh shit, will I die to the Impaler? But I luckily survived. Then my last demise was I able to circumvent, because I knew what was going to happen. And the rest is just walking, and that's the run. I hope you enjoyed the video. There are still more things to talk about, but maybe I will do separate videos for that. Goodbye.